Hey everyone, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who haven't visited the channel, welcome to X Rides Cars. Today, we'll go ahead and take a look at this 2021 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road. So this will be a full take of the 4Runner. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique features on both the interior as well as the exterior. The exterior color is known as Classic Silver Metallic, featuring a full black cloth interior. Beautiful sound for that 4-liter V6. The 4Runner comes with speed proportional, electric assist rack and pinion power steering. On this 4-spoke leather wrapped steering wheel with silver trim, it's more of a palladium silver with multifunction controls on each side. As far as transmission, only one available is a 6-speed automatic. You have sport mode going all the way left. Put in reverse. You have a backup camera with guidance lines. And so we'll go ahead and flip on the headlights, fog lights, as well as the hazards. All 4 windows are fully automatic. So we'll go ahead and check out the exterior, shall we? The Toyota 4Runner is a mid-size, previously compact sport utility vehicle produced by the Japanese manufacturer Toyota and sold throughout the world from 1984 to today. In Japan, it was known as the Toyota Hilux Surf until 2009 when the model was withdrawn from the Japanese market. The original 4Runner was a compact SUV and little more than a Toyota pickup truck with a fiberglass shell over the bed, but the model has since undergone significant independent development into a cross between a compact and a mid-size SUV. All 4Runners have been built in Japan at Toyota's plant in Tahara, Aichi, or at the Hino Motors plant in Hamura. The first generation 4Runner, also known as the N60 chassis, was introduced in 1983 for the 1984 model year. Toyota, instead of developing an entirely new model, modified the Hilux with a short bed pickup body. The Hilux has also undergone a major redesign in 1983 for the 84 model year. Changes included the removal of the panel with integrated rear window from behind the front seats, the addition of rear seats, and a removable fiberglass canopy. The implementation was borrowed from both the second-generation Ford Bronco and the Chevrolet K5 Blazer, both short-bed trucks with removable fiberglass shells over the rear sections and having bench seats installed in the back. Like the Bronco and the Blazer, the Hilux Surf/4Runner also did not have a wall attached to the front section behind the front seats as the regular Hilux did. In that sense, all three vehicles were more than simply conventional pickup trucks with a fiberglass shell included. The first-gen 4Runner is also nearly mechanically identical to the Hilux, and they all had two doors and were indistinguishable from the pickups from the dashboard forward. Toyota issued a second gen of the Hilux Surf and 4Runner in 1989 for the 1990 model year. Known as the N120 or N130 series, these models continued their reliance on the Hilux pickup as a basis. It represented fundamental departure from the first generation model. Instead of an enhanced pickup truck with a fiberglass cap, the new 4Runners featured a freshly designed full-steel integrated body mounted on the existing frame. However, the 4Runner did remain virtually identical to the Hilux from the B-pillars forward. It also gained an all-new coil spring rear suspension system, which unfortunately proved to be just as prone to sagging as the leaf springs on the rear of the previous models. Nearly all second-generation 4Runners were four-door models. However, from launch in '89 to May of 1993, a two-door model was also produced. These models were similar to the four-door models of the time in that the bodies were formed as a single unit instead of fiberglass tops used in the first-generation 4Runners. Two-door cars of the second gen are extremely rare. U.S. sales of those ended in August of 1992, but it continued to be available in the Canadian market through 1993 and Japan until May of 1993. Developed under Chief Masaki Ishiko from 1990 to 1995 under the project code 185T, in late 1995, a significant redesign of the 4Runner was introduced for the 1996 model year. It had an all-new body shell on an all-new chassis. Although it shared many parts, including engine and transmission with the new Tacoma, the body and chassis were unique for the first time. Despite moving upmarket with the rest of the midsize SUV market, the new 4Runner differentiated itself by retaining the rugged off-road characters competitors were sacrificing for highway comfort. Significant changes from the second generation include a larger body on a longer wheelbase, increased interior space, increased cargo space, dual airbags, ABS, lift-up tailgate, coil spring suspension all around, rack and pinion steering, and aerodynamic contour design glass headlights. The fourth generation 4Runner incorporated serious changes to the chassis and body of the vehicle, but was targeted at approximately the same demographics as the third generation. Based on the Land Cruiser Prado 120 series, the new 4Runner retained the same basic exterior styling themes and was still marketed as a mid-size semi-luxury SUV with off-road capabilities. Available trims were the SR5, Sport Edition, and limited models. The first generation entered dealer showrooms in October of 2002 for the 2003 model year and was produced until 2009 for when the fifth generation came out. The fifth generation 4Runner was unveiled at the State Fair of Texas on September 24, 2009. It is available in 3 trim levels, 2 of which were available previously. The base SR5 trim as well as the top-of-the-line limited trim are available as a 2 or 4-wheel drive model. The new Trail Edition is only available as a 4-wheel drive model. The SR5 and Trail Edition 4-wheel drives will receive a part-time 4-wheel drive system, with the Limited will have full-time 4-wheel drive. All models also come with A-Track. In 2013, the 4Runner received a facelift for the 2014 model year, consisting of revised front and rear fascia with projector headlamps and clear-lensed LED tail lamps, as well as other exterior minor cosmetic changes. The interior was also updated with soft-touch door trim, leather-wrapped steering wheel and shift knob, revised dashboard and center stack, and the inclusion of Toyota's Optitron instrument cluster as standard across all trim levels. Brake lines were upgraded for improved pedal feel, and electronic trailer sway control programming included. No driveline changes were made for this update. In 2014, for the 2015 model year, the TRD Pro trim level was introduced in the United States, with Toyota badging on the front as well as an off-road package as part of the TRD Pro series. The TRD Pro 4Runner included TRD Bilstein shocks with remote reservoirs, TRD tuned front springs, and the TRD front skid plate. For each model year of the TRD Pro, beyond the two colors available on all trims, the TRD Pro is available in an exclusive color. In 2016, for the 2017 model year, the 4Runner Trail and Trail Premium were renamed to TRD Off-Road and TRD Off-Road Premium in the United States. These trim levels share the same mechanical functionality of the former Trail Edition, but add aesthetic differences and TRD badging to differentiate themselves from the base model. They do not share the same suspension as the TRD Pro model. In 2019, Toyota announced that all 4Runner trims will receive Toyota Safety Sense P standard as well as 2 additional rear seat USB ports for the 2020 model year. The TRD Pro will have an updated grille design to accommodate the front radar sensor for that system. All US models received an updated and tuned 3.0 infotainment system with a larger, higher resolution touchscreen display, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto smartphone integration, and Amazon Alexa integration. You also get 4G LTE internet access powered by Verizon, Safety Connect, and standard Sirius XM satellite radio and optional HD radio. Most models also feature standard GPS navigation. As far as the exterior features, you have a bunch of black and chrome trim coming across the car. You have a very unique hood scoop. You have a cruise control radar right underneath the grille, or the large silver line. Black trim around the fog lights. You have a very nice aggressive styled black and silver wheel. Black running boards. You have roof rack crossbars up top. You have a silver TRD Off-Road badge. Clear tail lights. You have a trailer hitch. Black trim with the chrome 4Runner and Toyota badges. This 4Runner comes with 17 by 7 inch 7-spoke black and silver alloy wheels running on 265/70 R17 tires with front-rear multi-terrain ventilated disc brakes with anti-locking, electronic brake distribution, as well as active brake assist. The 4Runner comes standard with a double wishbone front suspension and a rigid axle multi-link rear suspension with front-rear stabilizer bars, coil springs, as well as gas pressurized shock absorbers. This vehicle has a length of 191.3 inches, a width of 75.8 inches, as well as a height of 71.5 inches, running on a 109.8 inch wheelbase. Total curb weight can be around 4750 pounds. So we'll go ahead and pop the hood. The Toyota 4Runner comes standard with a 4-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine. It produces 270 brake horsepower at 5600 RPM and 278 pound-feet of torque at 4400 RPM. 0 to 97 kilometers an hour or 0 to 60 miles an hour is rated at 7.3 seconds with a top speed of 115 miles per hour. This car is 4-wheel drive with a 23-gallon tank requiring 87 octane or 92 RON petrol fuel. EPA estimated miles per gallon ratings are 16 city as well as 19 highway. Open up the 4Runner and you have a nice amount of features. You have power windows and locks, chrome door handle, nice padded door panel sides with red stitching. You have door pockets as well. You have special TRD off-road floor mats. You have really nice cloth seats. And you have a very unique weave in the center as well. You You also have power mirrors, you have auto high beams, and you have your power socket controller as well, along with your rear wiper. So we'll go ahead and shut her up. Nice tight panels. The 4Runner does come with the standard Toyota sound system. Does sound pretty good. You have side curtain airbags. You have visors with illuminated vanity mirrors. Coming to the side, you have your reading lights. You have your door lights functions, traction control, your rear differential control, your SOS emergency, and you also have some of your other off-roading features that is very unique to the 4Runner. Auto-dimming rearview mirror. You have a digital clock right here. 2 air vents, your hazard switch. Then here's your Toyota system. This is the regular system. You have your navigation and audio. And along with that, you also have Apple CarPlay as well. So it pretty much works like your normal Apple CarPlay system, or if you use an Android phone, this car also has Android Auto as well for those who have that. I just happen to have an iPhone, so I am using CarPlay. Coming down, you have manual climate control. You have your fan speed, location control, temperature control. You have a little storage cubby, another storage cubby down below, 12-volt power outlet, and a single USB port. And you have a rubber cup holder. You can also remove it if you want to put a larger cup. This allows you to use better grip for certain cups. You have your 4-wheel drive control. So there's neutral, 2 high, 4 high, and then 4 lows all the way up top. You have your shifter for your automatic transmission. You have your you can actually roll down the rear window as well. That's also fully automatic. That is also a very unique feature about the 4Runner. All of this is beautifully finished in a very unique carbon fiber style weave for this trim down here. On your center console, it's nicely padded with red stitching. You have a little pocket right here, coin holder, 12-volt power outlet, and lots of storage. You have your cruise control stock off to the side. As far as your steering wheel, you have palladium finish with some multifunction controls. You have your mute mode, voice command, and a bunch of other seat track and volume control. You have your phone control, parking sensors, lane departure, and all that as well. And you also have your controls for your display up here as well. So you have your economy, you have your speed, sway warning, and all sorts of other stuff as well. And also you have your odometer down below. As far as your gauges, you have your tachometer and speedometer, and you have your temperature and fuel gauge. You have your headlight switch, your indicators, and you have your wiper controls off to the right. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and shut her down. So we'll go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? Open up the back door of the 4Runner. Similar trim as the front door, same pockets, same padding. Rear seat's pretty roomy. You have a little storage pocket, 2 USB charge ports, nice center console with 2 rubber cup holders. Again, they're removable for larger cups as well. Rear reading lights. Also a handle with a coat hook. The 4Runner does have a good amount of cargo space for its class. You get a good 46.3 cubic feet or 1,311 liters of space. If you fold the second row seats, you get a maximum of 88.8 cubic feet or 2,515 liters of space. Along with that, you have a 120 volt AC outlet as well as a 12 volt power outlet in the trunk, which is great for use when traveling off-road. The passenger seat is manual compared to the power seat that the driver's side has. Other than that, door panel is pretty similar. Other features are also pretty similar. Decent sized glove box. The Toyota 4Runner is a very unique vehicle. While it's practical for a lot of families, it also is fantastic for those who absolutely love to go off-roading. The 4Runner is ultimately Toyota's perfect all-terrain vehicle other than a pickup truck. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video of this 2021 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road. Be sure to stay tuned next time, there's a lot more where all this came from, and be sure to subscribe today and check out all the future content coming to X Rides Cars. Take care everybody.